Hi, Steve Hayes here, and I'm going to talk to you about PsychFlex and the plugin MindGrapher. That combination, I've said several times, is the most important thing I've ever done in my career. If you don't know who I am, let me just say it this way. I think it's the most important thing that we need to transition towards a process-based therapy approach in evidence-based work in psychological interventions of all kinds. And I want to just briefly explain this vision and why it is important to the world, to your clients, and to you. We've for a long time been chasing the idea that top-down normative categories linked to the idea that signs and symptoms will lead us to underlying latent diseases are going to somehow alleviate human suffering. But in fact, the statistics are all going in the wrong direction. Our problems are getting bigger, they're becoming more long-lasting, and our effect sizes are stable or going down. There's something wrong in that picture, and I think what's deeply wrong about it is that we don't have a personalized approach. We've been emphasizing far too much buildings with glass doors and 50-minute hours period end of story when our clients live in a 24/7 world. We've been emphasizing far too much just a portion of the population instead of the range of people who need what we have to offer to them. What this combo app now does with the release of MindGrapher from the Institute for Better Health, what it does is it allows you to reach out into the 24/7 world of your clients and to deliver kernelized elements instead of one-size-fits-all packages that are precisely targeted to the particular needs that a particular person has with regard to a particular goal, a particular problem or prosperity goal. In a way, that's a back to the future idea. It's back to the earliest days of evidence-based therapy with functional analysis, but now updated with a massive amount of process-based knowledge from the mediators of all our various psychological interventions, for example, and with new cutting-edge idiographic statistical tools that get around some of the underlying assumptions that we've been trying to apply to people for 150 years of treating them as instances of normative categories and violating the very statistical assumptions needed to be able to make that work. It hasn't worked. For the last 150 years, we've been headed in the wrong direction. And we need to go in a new direction. Everybody knows it. And yet another tweak, the DSM or the ICD, is not going to do it. But a personalized approach that is process-focused and linked to statistical tools that allow you to see what empowers or disempowers the individual lives that you're working with, and that gives you the ability, without taking on the full burden of back and forth communications 24/7 with all your clients, no, that gives you the tools to reach out and to target, to trigger, to release the particular things that you want to put into your clients' lives. That's a very different vision. And when you do it, your clients view you in a very different way. They view you as somebody who is walking their life with them, not just in the 50 minutes you spend, regardless of the quality of the therapeutic relationship. No, in the 24/7 world they live in. That's a fundamentally different idea. We have people who've been using our app who say that for the first time they feel as though their therapist is with them in their pocket, walking their life with them. And now that MindGrapher, this case assessment, monitoring, and conceptualization app that we've released, is plugged into PsychFlex, you're able to see directly which processes link to the outcomes and goals that your clients have. And just in the next few months, as things that are already working in a very slick way in the lab are released into the app, That will mean over the arc of your subscription that you're going to see that the entire network of contextual and process influences that are affecting your clients are easily available to you and to them to be able to show and see and target and modify the complex network of factors and forces that are keeping people stuck or are lifting them up and liberating them. This is a new knowledge development strategy, and as we mount it, we're part of a larger social effort, which is why the involvement of the Institute for Better Health is so important. Because with world-class scientists protecting de-identified data with full right of refusal or disappearance, GDPR, and HIPAA compliant, we will be able to learn over time from the actual practice base, not just from the large randomized trials from academic medical centers almost exclusively focused on the rich white Western world. We will be able to learn one practitioner at a time, one client at a time, how best to support the progress of the people that we serve. And so you're doing something that's even bigger than you. That's why I say this is the most important thing I've ever been involved with in my 40-year career as a psychologist. So if this sounds at all of interest, consider seriously taking a year's subscription. You can give it to all of your clients for free. And when you involve them, they're going to have an app that will allow you to walk with them through the kinds of changes that they came to you hoping to achieve in the first place. Now in another video or set of videos, I'll walk through what these new statistical tools are and a little bit some hints about what's coming over the next year, since we've already have agreements from world-class people in just an amazing list of topics and a free 2-day webinar on cutting-edge tools that are directly applicable to your process-based vision, that we have put together something that over its time of use, if you give us that chance, you're going to see will change how you reach into your clients' lives and will empower your ability to lift up your clients' lives.